We're going to look at this topic. We're going to explain what is gravity. Gravity is just a force of attraction. It's a force that attracts an object to itself. That is the simple definition of gravity. Now, we're going to use this diagram to explain gravity. Now, if an object moves vertically upward, there is a force powering it. So the force is initial what? Velocity. The force is what? Initial velocity? U meter per second. Is that clear now? So when the object land, the landing velocity or the velocity at which the object reaches the ground is called final velocity, V meter per second. Final velocity is the velocity at which the object reaches the ground. Initial velocity is the velocity at which the object kicks off from the ground. Now, this place is called the maximum height. The maximum height is called the maximum height. And there are two things that happen at maximum height. The first thing is that the initial velocity still remains the same. At maximum height, the initial velocity remains the same. At maximum height, final velocity is equal to 0 at maximum height. Is that clear now? Now, and the same thing when the object is moving upward. Final velocity also is equal to what? 0. But when the object attains the maximum height, that is where the object starts coming down. So when the object starts coming down, the initial velocity becomes 0, while when it lands, the final velocity what? Becomes relevant. So don't forget that the final velocity is the velocity at which the object reaches the ground, while the initial velocity is what? Is the velocity at which the object kicks off from the ground. So when an object moves vertically upward, so this is the example of an object moving vertically upward. That is, it's moving against gravity. So let's say this is gravity. The object is moving against gravity. So this is gravity. This is the object moving against gravity. So whenever an object is thrown vertically upward, acceleration is always minus g. So acceleration is what? Negative of what? Gravity. And don't forget that g is equal to 10 meters per second square. This is the value of the constant value of acceleration due to gravity. So when the object is thrown vertically upward, a is minus g. When the object starts coming down or is thrown vertically downward, then a becomes plus g. Don't forget that. So it really helps us. It will really help us in calculation. So they may ask you when an object is coming down vertically downward, acceleration is what? Is plus. So the acceleration due to gravity is what? Is positive. But when it's thrown from down to up, acceleration due to gravity is what? Is negative. Now, this explains also the equation of motion. And don't forget that there is a time at which the object is thrown. So the time is also relevant. Time in seconds. Don't forget that. The time at which it landed is what called what? Time in seconds. So there is a time at which the object took off. There is a time at which the object what? Landed. So the equation that supported this is V is equal to U plus or minus AGT. Now, do you know that before ordinary motion, equation of motion in an ordinary terms, is V is equal to U plus AT. The reason why it now changes from this to this is because of gravity. So U plus or minus GT instead of just this. Why does it turn to this? The reason why is because gravity has been involved. And whenever gravity is involved, acceleration will never be relevant again. It will replace, gravity is going to replace it. So the acceleration returns to plus g if it is moving downward. That's why we have plus here. The acceleration returns to minus if it is moving what? Upward. That's why we have minus g here. So plus or minus g depends on how the object is thrown or moves. Either it moves vertically upward or vertically downward. So another one is v square is equal to u square plus or minus, don't forget, either downward or vertically upward. So 2gs. Instead of gs, don't forget we are dealing with maximum height. We are dealing with height, not distance. So it becomes 2gh. Because before we have v square is equal to u square plus 2ax. You see now, it now turns to this because of gravity. So instead of distance, we now use height. Another one is s is x. S is equal to ut plus 1 over 2 at squared. That's another equation of motion. But when it comes to gravity, it turns to h because we are dealing with height. It turns to what? H. So h is equal to ut plus or minus. Is plus or minus because we don't know, maybe it's either moving vertically upward or vertically what? Downward. So and when it is moving vertically upward, acceleration is what? Minus g. When it's moving vertically downward, acceleration is what? Plus g. That's why we put plus or minus. Then 1 over 2 instead of a turns to g t squared. So these are the equation of motion that is relevant when you are dealing with gravity. So when you are dealing with gravity, the sign you are going to insert here depends on how the object moves. If the object moves vertically upward, it will be negative because it's moving against gravity. If it is moving toward gravity, it becomes what? Plus. So if you really enjoyed the video, please do well to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. God bless.